What up, y'all? It's Joe. This is a little less informal video, or less of a formal video. I don't know why. I just felt like making this video right now. There's three topics I want to discuss briefly here. So, just got done. Well, not just got done. It was like an hour ago. But Warriors Mavs. That was a wild game. Warriors coming, looking for the sweep. Dallas goes up big on them. They're up 29. The Warriors bench Moses freaking Moody, Kendrick Perkins. Good thing they didn't win the game. Kendrick Perkins would have had to talk about Moses Moody and would have butchered his name again. But they almost rallied back. They wound up losing by 10. But it was it was crazy to see the Warriors bench just start making all those shots and make it a game. And Dallas was forced to put Luka and all them back in. But good win for Dallas. You know, that series, Warriors has been mostly one side of the Warriors for tonight. But it's weirdly more fun than the other series, which is weird because the Warriors were up 3-0 and the other series is 2-2, and yet the Warriors-Mavs series is more fun. It's kind of weird that way, but that's just how I feel. That's the other thing I want to talk about is the Boston Heat series. How has every game been a blowout? You would have thought that series would have been this grind out tough series, and it's just been blowout after blowout. You had the one comeback by Miami, the one game. Was it Miami or Boston? I can't remember. But that was really crazy to see. But really, the whole series has been blowouts. There's been a lot of injuries. I mean, Lowry, Hero, Smart, Time Lord, even Tatum was hurt during the game. He didn't miss any games, but Stauskas even got hurt at the end of the one game. Poor Stauskas. I mean, he came back thankfully. But yeah, that series has been not fun to watch, which is weird because and granted, I don't like either of those teams that much, so I'm okay with it. I've enjoyed listening to the discourse around the series from all these Heat and Celtics fans get so hype after they blow out the other team and then just reverses the next game. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, Tatum's really good. Jimmy's been having a great play. Jimmy missed the second half one game too, so that whole series is a mess. But I think it's still gonna be Boston versus Golden State. I think the momentum's on Boston's side right now, but of course it is. They just blew out the Heat, but the game before the Heat blew them out. So, like I said, I have no clue. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say about that series. I'm gonna be honest. I think I've only for that Boston Miami series, it's only held my attention for one of those games. I think it was either game one or game two because I've just, I've got stuff I'm working on some other stuff during the game. I got all this stuff for the podcast. I'm doing a mock draft. I'm doing my top 100s. I was writing stuff while I was watching, but I wasn't truly paying attention. I've paid attention to the Golden State series because that's weirdly fun, and I love seeing all the Golden State players succeeding. Seeing Wiggins dunk on the Mavs the other night was wild, and the game three when Dallas was up again and Golden State. The difference between tonight's comeback and the game three comeback was that Golden State just destroyed Dallas in game three. Tonight was kind of like, oh, here's Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. Oh, they're trying. Oh, we came back a little bit. We're only down 10. Now, game three was just a lethal comeback. But either way, or game two, excuse me. I forgot we're only in game four for that series. But game two's comeback. But yeah, I don't know. That's a fun series. I think Golden State's going to win the title. My son's pick, which was a lot of people's pick, but that went down the drain. That was a crazy. I didn't really get to talk about that much, but that was ridiculous that Phoenix lost by that much. So, yeah, I think Boston Golden State will be the finals. Should be a good one. I kind of touched on my podcast, but that was a finals a lot of people thought we were going to get back when Kyrie and KD were around. I think it's going to be a lot more fun in this way. And yeah, I'm excited to see how that plays out. Hopefully that series will be competitive, unlike these conference finals. And the other thing I wanted to talk about real fast, I could put this on a Trust the Podcast episode, but I kind of just want to do it in a video. I'll probably talk about more going forward. But Doc Rivers and the Lakers, it seems like the Lakers are gonna go out of their fall over themselves to hire Doc Rivers, which is great because the Sixers, it felt like Daryl was what I think would happen with Daryl here. I'm gonna come some slack, give him the benefit of the doubt. It seems like he was well, is there really a great coaching option out there? Is there anyone who's gonna be the Sixers coach for the next decade that I can just replace Doc with? At first glance, not really. So maybe he's yeah, well, we didn't lose in round one. Harden will have his first full year here. I'll sign some role players to replace the bum ones we have now, and Doc will be the coach. But if the Lakers are gonna offer us picks for Doc Rivers, I think Daryl's totally gonna let him go. And I can't believe the Lakers are so poorly run. I had Dylan Price on the podcast. He's a Lakers fan. And we didn't talk about the Lakers. We were doing the mock draft. That's going to be coming out soon, by the way. Stay tuned for Trust the Podcast. But, like, I didn't talk to him about that. I wish I did, because the Lakers have been so poorly run since that title. Rob Pelinka's doing a shitty-ass job. And, like, Luke Walton was a bad coach, for sure. Frank Vogel was not a bad coach. He instilled a defensive culture that won them a championship. I know Davis and LeBron were great, but they don't win that title without Rondo and Caruso and KCP. Like, that toughness, even Dwight freaking Howard. Like, they had a culture, and then they tore the culture apart. Now they have Russell Westbrook's contract. There's no way to get off of it. And if they think Doc Rivers is the answer, what's Doc Rivers going to do? We've seen how complacent he gets. Can you imagine how complacent Doc Rivers would be knowing he's going to coach LeBron James? He's not going to do anything. And I don't know, like, who are the Lakers going to bring in? Like, maybe they re-sign Monk, but Monk's a good shooter, but, like, he didn't make a difference for this team. Stanley Johnson was a fun story, but he's not a real guy who can help you win the playoffs. He's a regular season player. So, and, like, God knows if they're going to will be able to get rid of Westbrook. That team is going nowhere. And it's crazy because they have literally 3 players who made the top 75 team, and one of those players isn't 30 yet, Anthony Davis. And here's another podcast tease. I'm going to do a 2012 redraft for the 10th anniversary, and I'm excited about that. Anthony Davis, top pick in that draft. It's going to be an interesting topic talking about his career, because right now he's at a really weird state. I honestly am not sure if he's a Hall of Famer yet. I know he has the title, but besides that, in the 2018 playoff run, which, by the way, only ended in a second-round loss, as great as it was, he was awesome that year, but, like, he has one true year of real success, and he was supposed to be a generational talent. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's... the injuries are... I kind of know the problem, but, like, even when he plays, I don't know, and he's not going to be able to pull the Lakers out of obscurity, because LeBron only has a couple years left. And I know LeBron averaged 30 a game last year, but his team was bad. So, I don't know what the Lakers are going to do. I know Doc Rivers damn sure isn't the answer, but I hope they take him from us. Get Doc out of Philly. I will take anyone over him. I'm tired of seeing his smug face at the press conferences. So, that's my 2 cents. That's my little rant for the night. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.